The trailer for Cobra Kai Season 7 doesn't just tease us with fights, it shakes the entire foundation of the Karate Kid universe. This isn't another round in the dojo. This is the final battle that promises to bring decades of rivalry, friendship, and unfinished business to an explosive end. From the very first frame, the trailer makes one thing clear. The story that began in 1984 with Daniel LaRusso is now reaching its ultimate conclusion. And every move, every line, and every character reveal matters more than ever before. The opening shot instantly pulls viewers back into the world of karate and conflict. We see Daniel LaRusso standing in the dojo, his expression heavier than ever. There's no cocky smile, no lighthearted moment, only a man who knows that everything he's fought for, from his teenage years to his adult life, is about to be tested one final time. The trailer doesn't waste a second reminding us that this is the final season, a phrase that echoes with both excitement and heartbreak. Fans know the ride is ending, but the way it ends might be even more powerful than how it all began. As the music builds, we see Johnny Lawrence step into frame, side by side with Daniel. The once sworn enemies who clashed in that unforgettable All-Valley tournament decades ago are now completely aligned. This unity is more than fan service, it's the heart of the season. For years, Cobra Kai has thrived on their rivalry. But now the trailer shows us something different. Johnny and Daniel training together, strategizing together, and finally realizing that only by combining their strengths can they hope to defeat the enemies that still haunt them. This moment is a payoff that has been building since the very first season of Cobra Kai, and it tells us right away that the stakes are higher than ever. Then comes the jaw-dropping moment. Hilary Swank's Julie Pierce finally returns to the Karate Kid legacy. For fans who grew up watching the next Karate Kid, this is nothing short of historic. The trailer doesn't give away too much about her role, but the quick shot of Julie stepping into the dojo is enough to send chills down your spine. Her presence instantly connects the missing piece of the Karate Kid puzzle. For years, fans have debated whether her character still mattered in the larger story, and Season 7 answers that question with a resounding yes. Now, Julie joins Daniel and Johnny, making this the most powerful trio the franchise has ever seen, but the trailer doesn't just rely on nostalgia, it teases new battles as well. We get quick flashes of Miguel, Hawk, Sam, Tory, and Kenny. The younger generation is clearly preparing for something much bigger than just local rivalries. Their determined faces, the intensity in their training, and the whispers of a global stage suggest that this isn't just another All-Valley tournament. The stakes appear to be higher than ever before, possibly pointing to an international competition that will push every fighter to their absolute limit. One of the most powerful sequences in the trailer is the montage of the dojos. We see Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang, and what looks like the remnants of Cobra Kai all preparing for war. The cuts are fast, the energy is electric, and the tone is darker than any season before. This isn't playful karate anymore. This is a fight. For legacy, respect, and survival. Every punch, every kick, every scream of effort feels like it could be the last. The trailer is a reminder that while karate brought these characters together, it's also the very thing that could destroy them if they're not careful. By the end of this first look, one thing is certain. Cobra Kai Season 7 is not just another season, it's the endgame. The trailer tells us that old rivalries will end, long-awaited reunions will finally happen, and the characters we've loved for decades will face their greatest test yet. The hook is powerful, emotional, and clear. This is not just a fight for victory, it's a fight for everything these characters have stood for since the beginning. Asterisk, the trailer wastes no time in setting the tone, and every frame feels like a carefully placed clue for what's coming. After the powerful opening with Daniel and Johnny, the camera shifts to a series of quick, sharp cuts that reveal both familiar and surprising faces. Each moment feels like it was designed to fuel speculation, and that's exactly what makes this trailer stand out. It doesn't just show us what's coming. It makes us question how it will all unfold. One of the most striking highlights is the dojo training sequence. We see Daniel and Johnny standing in front of their students, but the energy is different this time. In past seasons, training often carried a mix of humor, rivalry, and even chaos. Here, the tone is deadly serious. Daniel's instructions are sharper, Johnny's movements are more disciplined, and the students follow with a focus that feels heavier than before. The music swells as we see Miguel perfecting his strikes, Hawk pushing through exhaustion, Sam balancing discipline with inner conflict, and even Tory, who seems caught between her past with Cobra Kai and her current path. The trailer makes it clear, this training isn't just about another fight. It's about preparing for the ultimate showdown that will define their futures. Then comes a moment that stops fans in their tracks. A glimpse of Julie Pierce stepping onto the mat. The camera lingers on her expression for just a second, and that second is enough to ignite excitement. Julie's presence is not shown with flashy action or loud music instead. The silence around her introduction makes it more powerful. It feels like the calm before a storm, a reminder that her character brings wisdom, strength, and experience that no one else in the room can match. The way Daniel looks at her suggests deep respect, and the way Johnny reacts hints at curiosity. This tiny highlight raises massive questions. Will Julie become a mentor to the new students? Will she challenge Daniel and Johnny's methods? Or will she play the role of a secret weapon, stepping into battle when no one expects it? The trailer then shifts into high gear, giving us rapid flashes of conflict. One shot shows a massive tournament arena, larger and more intimidating than anything we've seen before. Bright lights, cheering crowds, and banners from across the world suggest that this isn't just a local or national event, it's international. The quick glimpse of fighters from other countries teases that Cobra Kai's influence has spread far beyond the valley, making this the biggest test for our heroes yet. The intensity of this moment is heightened by Daniel's voiceover, saying something along the lines of, "This isn't just about us anymore, it's about everyone watching." That single line captures the scale of what's at stake. Another highlight is the subtle but chilling appearance of John Kreese. The trailer doesn't show him in full detail, but a shadowy figure stepping into frame, paired with his unmistakable voice, is enough to send shivers down the spine. It suggests that his story isn't over, and while Terry Silver may be gone, Kreese's legacy is far from finished. His presence in the trailer is short but impactful, leaving fans wondering if he will return as the mastermind behind a new wave of Cobra Kai fighters, or if he will manipulate the young students into following his brutal philosophy. Among all these intense moments, the trailer also sprinkles in emotional highlights. There's a quick shot of Miguel and Sam sharing a quiet moment, hands clasped as they prepare for what's coming. Another flash shows Hawk standing face to face with Kenny, the tension so thick it feels like their rivalry will boil over in the biggest way yet. These small character beats remind us that this isn't just about karate, it's about friendships, love, loyalty, and betrayal. One of the standout highlights comes near the end of the trailer. Daniel, Johnny, and Julie standing together, united for the first time in franchise history. The way the camera frames them side by side feels like a deliberate callback to decades of Karate Kid storytelling. It's a visual promise that the final season won't just be about settling fights. It will be about legacy, closure, and the passing of the torch. The trailer concludes its highlights with a breathtaking montage of kicks, punches, and slow-motion standoffs. Each character gets their moment, Miguel charging forward with determination, Tory screaming in the heat of battle, Hawk unleashing his trademark aggression, and Julie executing a flawless technique that reminds us why she was chosen as Miyagi's student all those years ago. The final shot, a slow push on Daniel whispering "one last fight," fades to black, leaving fans buzzing with excitement and dread. Every highlight in this trailer has a purpose. They don't just tease action, they remind us that every character's journey, every rivalry, and every bond is coming to its final test. And that's why this section of the trailer breakdown leaves fans desperate for answers. Who will rise? Who will fall? And who will carry the legacy forward when the final bow is taken? One of the most powerful elements of this trailer isn't just the action or the spectacle, it's the emotional weight carried by each character. Cobra Kai has always thrived because it blends high-stakes karate battles with deeply personal stories. And Season 7 looks like the ultimate test of those arcs. Every character, old and new, has something to fight for, and the trailer makes it clear that this season is about tying threads that began nearly 40 years ago. Let's start with Daniel LaRusso, the boy from Reseda who became a symbol of discipline and perseverance. In the trailer, Daniel looks older, wiser, but also more burdened than ever before. His arc has always been about balance, finding peace between his personal life, his Miyagi-Do teachings, and the constant storm of enemies that never seem to leave him alone. Season 7 sets him up for his final test as a mentor. His lines in the trailer hint at closure, as though he knows this might be the last time he fights for Miyagi's legacy. For fans, seeing Daniel prepare for one last battle is both nostalgic and heartbreaking. It's the final stage of a journey that began when Mr. Miyagi first taught him to wax on, wax off. Then there's Johnny Lawrence, the eternal underdog, turned unlikely hero. For decades, Johnny's life was defined by failure, regret, and bitterness. But through the seasons of Cobra Kai, we've seen him evolve into something Mr. Miyagi himself might have respected, a teacher who fights not just for himself, but for his students. The trailer shows Johnny training harder than ever, but his face isn't just about redemption anymore, it's about pride. His bond with Miguel has turned him into a father figure. His partnership with Daniel has made him a leader. And now, in Season 7, Johnny finally looks like a man who's ready to leave behind the shadow of his mistakes. His arc is about finishing strong, proving once and for all that he's more than the kid who lost a tournament in 1984, but the character who shocks everyone with her return is Julie Pierce. Played by Hilary Swank, Julie's inclusion completes the Karate Kid legacy in ways fans have dreamed about for years. Julie's story was unique. She was Miyagi's second major student, someone who learned karate not to win tournaments but to survive loss, grief, and anger. In the trailer, her presence feels like a missing puzzle piece snapping into place. She represents the unspoken parts of Miyagi's teachings, the lessons that Daniel never experienced. Her role in Season 7 seems poised to challenge not only the villains but also Daniel and Johnny themselves, forcing them to rethink how karate should be taught and preserved. And because this is the final season, Julie's arc may carry the heaviest symbolism. She could be the bridge that carries Miyagi's legacy into the future. Long after Daniel and Johnny step away, the younger generation also gets powerful moments in the trailer, hinting at their own arcs coming full circle. Miguel, once the quiet kid who Johnny trained in a strip mall, now looks like a leader in his own right. His movements in the trailer are sharp, his expressions intense. Miguel's story has always been about rising above pain, whether it was his back injury or his broken heart, and Season 7 teases that he may finally take on the role of a true successor, carrying Johnny's dream forward while honoring Daniel's lessons. Hawk is another standout. The trailer shows him training with unmatched intensity, his trademark aggression now sharpened into discipline. Hawk's arc has been about identity, going from Eli, the bullied nerd, to Hawk, the fighter, and then struggling to reconcile the two. Season 7 looks like his chance to prove that he's more than just the mohawk or the anger. His face-offs in the trailer, particularly against Kenny, suggest that Hawk will be a key fighter in the ultimate showdown. Tory, one of the most complex characters in the series, also gets her moment. The trailer hints at her inner conflict, as though she's still haunted by her Cobra Kai past but determined to prove she can change. Her relationship with Amanda LaRusso in past seasons has already shown her softer side, and Season 7 might be where Tory finally chooses her true path. Will she step into the role of a leader, guiding younger fighters the way she once guided Kenny? Or will her past pull her back into darker choices? Sam LaRusso's presence in the trailer feels more grounded this time. She looks less like a conflicted teenager and more like someone who has accepted her role as part of Miyagi-Do's legacy. Her arc has always been about stepping out of her father's shadow, and Season 7 hints that she may finally stand as her own fighter, proving she doesn't just carry Daniel's name, she carries her own strength. And then there's Kenny. Once the bullied kid who joined Cobra Kai for protection, Kenny's arc has become one of the darkest in the younger generation. The trailer shows his rage, his desperation, and his refusal to back down. His fights with Hawk look brutal, and his smirk in one shot suggests that he hasn't let go of Cobra Kai's ruthless teachings. Kenny represents what's at stake for the next generation. Will they inherit the toxic cycle of revenge, or will they break free from it? What makes these arcs so powerful is how they connect back to the larger legacy. Daniel, Johnny, and Julie are carrying the lessons of the past, while Miguel, Hawk, Tory, Sam, and Kenny represent the future. The trailer makes it clear, Season 7 isn't just about ending a rivalry, it's about ensuring that the lessons of Miyagi, the mistakes of Cobra Kai, and the spirit of karate itself live on in the right way. Each character's journey is more than personal. It's part of the greater story that spans generations. By the end of the trailer's character focus, one thing is clear, this season will give every fighter, young and old, their moment. And, in those moments, we'll see not just battles of fists and kicks, but battles of heart, loyalty, and legacy. If there's one thing the Cobra Kai franchise has proven season after season, it's that peace never lasts for long. The trailer for Season 7 makes that clearer than ever. Even though Daniel, Johnny, and now Julie appear united, the shadows of Cobra Kai still loom large, and the conflicts ahead look more dangerous than anything we've seen before. The first glimpse of new conflict comes through the arena itself. This isn't just the All Valley anymore, it's bigger, brighter, and global. The trailer shows us fighters from different backgrounds, wearing uniforms we haven't seen before, suggesting that the next great challenge will take place on an international stage. For years, Cobra Kai has been about local rivalries, neighborhood battles, and schoolyard grudges. But Season 7 looks to expand the fight into a worldwide competition, where victory isn't just about a trophy, it's about legacy and reputation on a global scale. This shift raises the stakes for everyone involved. If Daniel, Johnny, and their students fail here, they won't just lose in front of their community, they'll lose in front of the entire world. But what about the villains? The trailer hints at multiple layers of antagonists. At first, it seems like the ghost of Terry Silver still lingers. Though his downfall in Season 5 was devastating, the influence he left behind remains. Cobra Kai as a brand is still alive, fueled by Silver's wealth, connections, and cruel philosophy. The brief flashes of sleek training facilities and disciplined fighters in the trailer suggest that Silver's vision didn't die with his defeat, it simply evolved. His legacy may be carried on by new leaders who are even hungrier, younger, and more ruthless, and then there's Kreese. The trailer masterfully teases his return without giving too much away. We hear his voice, cold and calculating, paired with a shadowy shot of him stepping into the light. It's a reminder that no matter how many times you think Kreese is finished, he always finds a way back. His survival at the end of Season 5 was shocking enough, but Season 7 looks like the moment where he reclaims his role as the ultimate manipulator. Kreese isn't just a fighter, he's a strategist. His strength lies in his ability to twist minds, to turn vulnerable students into loyal soldiers. If Kreese is truly back, then Cobra Kai's deadliest days may be ahead. The trailer also introduces flashes of unfamiliar faces, fighters who don't belong to Miyagi-Do. Eagle Fang or the old Cobra Kai, their uniforms are sharp, their movements disciplined, and their presence suggests that a new generation of villains is stepping onto the stage. Could these be international champions brought into the fold to compete against Daniel and Johnny's students? Or are they fresh recruits trained under Kreese's brutal methods? The mystery only adds to the tension among these conflicts. One of the most personal battles teased in the trailer is between Hawk and Kenny. Their rivalry has grown sharper over the past seasons, and now it looks like it's reaching its breaking point. Kenny's anger, fueled by betrayal and resentment, is contrasted by Hawk's determination to rise above his past. Their fight won't just be about winning, it will be about redemption, forgiveness, and the question of whether the cycle of violence can ever truly be broken. Tory, too, finds herself caught in the middle of new conflicts. The trailer shows her staring into the Cobra Kai dojo, her expression torn between pride and regret. She's no longer fully aligned with Daniel or Johnny, but she's not completely free of Cobra Kai either. Her arc in Season 7 might revolve around this conflict. Will she return to the side of her old teammates and embrace the light, Or will Kreese's manipulations drag her back into the darkness? The trailer doesn't give us an answer, but it makes her struggle one of the most compelling conflicts of the season. Another key conflict comes from within the trio of mentors themselves, Daniel, Johnny, and Julie, while they stand united in the trailer. Fans know that their philosophies differ. Daniel's focus on discipline and balance, Johnny's emphasis on aggression and grit, and Julie's unique, more spiritual connection to Miyagi's teachings could clash in surprising ways. This tension isn't villainous in the traditional sense, but it could create internal struggles that test their alliance. After all, if they can't agree on how to guide the next generation, how can they hope to defeat the rising tide of Cobra Kai? The trailer's final villain tease comes in the form of a single, chilling line. Kreese whispering, "The fight is never over." It's a statement that cuts deep,